We appreciate the Nevada Department of Wildlife reaching out to us to help them with their spring rehab and their wild horse problem. The group of volunteers drove out to the rural area of Tonopah to try to repair a spring that the wild horses were decimating. When we got the group of volunteers out there, we had to load supplies. As you can see here, we had to pound in multiple T-posts because these horses are coming in and tipping over the fence. Also, in addition to pounding in multiple T-posts, we took our driver bits, as you can see, and cinched up and secured that fence to hold it all in and all together. Took hours and multiple volunteers to go down this whole fence line and secure it with self-tappers in order to make so the wild horses and mustangs can't knock it over and ruin the vegetation and the spring inside. Had volunteers of all ages, shapes, and sizes out there, all putting in the hard work to make sure that Nevada's wildlife stays wild and the spring's not ruined by wild mustangs, and it's good for mule deer and elk and antelope. This fence is specifically built to keep the wild mustangs out of this area. This spring goes for miles, and for some reason the wild horses want to get into just the one part that we have fenced off. The Nevada Department of Wildlife has fenced off. That's maybe a mile or two long. But the mule deer can go over it, antelope can go under it, elk can definitely go over it. And you can see there into the project, got all the volunteers together, had extra pipe and materials left out there in the landscape, like to leave Nevada's habitat clean. And so they put in the work to get all these heavy pipes out of the back of the truck. Also, these metal pipes will be used to put up other pipe rail fences around areas that have been improved through NEPA studies to keep the wild horses off the springs. This project, all in all, was a huge success. Had a bunch of volunteers out there. Their hours were counted 3-to-1 with the Key Pittman money to put more money back into wildlife. So the win-win for this situation is the spring was protected, fence was secured, habitat was cleaned up, and all the hours, each volunteer you see there, the hours count for about $103 per volunteer. And then we get counted the miles too. All in all, probably made around $30,000 that would go back to the Nevada Department of Wildlife to do more wildlife projects in the future and to keep Nevada's wildlife wild. We can't do it without volunteers. WHIN is super grateful. We appreciate all wildlife in Nevada and want to protect it, especially if certain types of wildlife, like these beautiful wild mustangs, are ruining things for other wildlife. Again, big thanks out to Nevada Department of Wildlife for letting us do this project. If you can make it out, please do.